If you have your sun, moon, or rising in Cancer, this is everything you need to know about your May horoscope. All the other signs, keep on scrolling. Your videos are coming. Cancer, we need to talk about April. You probably felt like there was some sort of major shift in perspective or understanding, or maybe an ongoing conversation that was stalled for most of March finally picked up once again after Mercury and Venus ended their retrograde in the sign of Pisces. Then we had this major full moon in Libra on April 12th that brought some sort of big shift to a family relationship in your private life. Maybe it had you reflecting on the past or even your living situation. Maybe you are moving, maybe you're dealing with issues with a roommate or a landlord. And then by the 17th, you were really focused on your finances. So maybe there's some more stress. Maybe you need to set more boundaries. Maybe you're taking on more work. But this could be a moment where there is a shift regarding your sense of security. Maybe you're working harder and working longer hours. By the 19th, the sun entered Taurus. And for you, this really brought some positive energy. You're connecting with friends. You are thinking about your values. You are embodying your values. You are spending your time connecting with people, doing hobbies and activities that you enjoy. And you really have that drive and momentum to make progress on some of your long-term goals and aspirations. But we are here to talk about May, so let's get into it. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Stephanie Campos. I'm a professional astrologer. I write the monthly horoscope column for Cosmopolitan, and I have a monthly horoscope segment on NBC. Cancer. The month starts out on May 2nd with Venus in Aries forming a conjunction with Neptune in Aries. And this could bring some sort of news regarding your career, your professional life. Maybe you are gaining attention. Maybe you're standing out for your intuition, your creative mind, or your creativity. A new creative opportunity could enter your life, or you might also have some sort of romantic or deep soul connection with another person today that feels really meaningful and healing, or it inspires you to move in another direction on your life path. Then on May 4th, we have Pluto stationing retrograde in the sign of Aquarius. And this is going to have you reflecting on some of your fears, your insecurities, your relationship with power and control and jealousy and reciprocity and vulnerability. So maybe there's a moment where you reacted from some of your coping mechanisms or survival instincts, or you are reacting based out of fear, where you really realize, hey, I could benefit from some more self-awareness here. And maybe I was just trying to protect myself in a way, or I was trying to avoid being vulnerable or raw or honest. So this is going to prompt you to go inward and reflect on some of these deeper emotions as well as your relationship with trust. Then on May 10th, we have Mercury moving into the sign of Taurus. This is going to bring lucky and exciting news your way, or it's going to put you in a more social mood. This is a great time to stand up and use your voice to gain attention from your fans on social media, to speak out about your values. You can really move mountains and inspire other people. It's a great time to get back and get involved, whether it's mutual aid or volunteering. And it's a great time to connect with people in general. So doing hobbies and activities that light you up. You're also feeling really inspired and making progress on some of your long-term goals and dreams. On May 12th, we have a full moon in Scorpio, and this could be a fun and flirty moon. This could be a time of change in your romantic relationship. Maybe you're exploring different types of pleasure or desire in a romantic connection. Maybe you meet someone of interest, or maybe you're ready to walk away from someone who has kept you feeling uncertain about what the future holds. This could also coincide with a party, a celebration, positive news, or even some sort of manifestation for a passion project or creative desire. Then on May 20th, the sun enters Gemini, and you are tired. You're ready to slow down. You're ready to spend time alone. Solitude can do your soul really, really well, as can engaging in some sort of spiritual practice that really leaves you feeling grounded and recharged. Your dreams are more potent and loud and filled with messages. And it's a great time to listen to your body and also to kind of own up to certain habits and patterns and cycles that you are ready to end and walk away from that you don't want to bring with you once your season begins. On May 22nd, Venus in Aries forms a trine with Mars and Leo, and this brings some sort of welcome news regarding your career or your financial resources, or even just your self-esteem. You could be feeling more confident. Maybe you're receiving some compliments that really give you that boost of self-esteem that you've been missing out on. It helps you remember your own gifts and talents. This could also be a day that coincides with some sort of development at work, or maybe like a raise or hearing back from a job that you applied for. On May 24th, Saturn enters Aries for the first time since 1996 through 1999. And this is going to bring a period, about 2.5 years, of testing your long-term goals and aspirations. This can help you set important boundaries in your personal life and in your public life or at work. And it can also bring some challenges as well. So maybe a job ends, maybe you are taking on more responsibility at work, but your ability to commit and stay consistent when it comes to following your dreams and your long-term goals, that is really being tested right now. Then on May 25th, Mercury, the planet of information and communication, enters Gemini. And then we have a new moon in Gemini on May 26th. And so for you, this is going to bring a fresh start to your private life. This is inviting you to close out certain cycles and patterns. It can bring up big feelings like grief and loss, but it can help you get in touch with some of your emotions that you have buried, and this can feel cathartic. Any endings that you're experiencing right now are paving the way for new beginnings to take place. And ultimately, this is a powerful time to connect with your inner voice, your intuition, and to develop some sort of relationship with a spiritual practice that leaves you feeling grounded and centered. You will also definitely want to pay attention to your dreams because they are full of signs and messages from your spirit team and your ancestors. If you enjoyed your monthly horoscope and want to know more about your daily horoscope, you can tune into my podcast, Daily Horoscope for Your Zodiac Sign with Stephanie Campos. Thanks so much and see you next month.